Hi, Coach Dodie here from Full Circle Coaching and Consulting. The topic of the day is around guilt, fear, and resentment. And that these things are crippling your happiness and your growth. What I'd love for you to get from today and to learn is that there is a universal law that can keep us stuck, but there is also a way that we can work with the universal law of energy and balance that allows us to be free and live authentically. So the frustration is that this fear stops us from doing what we would know would be good for us to do, and the guilt just keeps us in the past and it doesn't allow us to be present. And the resentment is something that weighs us down and carries that negative energy, and you lose that focus on being present as well. So releasing these things, the goal would then be to mentally, emotionally, and spiritually be liberated from that and be really fully present, as well as to have better mental clarity and more energy to be present at home and at work, so you've got that good balance there. And really the goal would be to feel free from this burden of what you're carrying, what anyone could be carrying around. So when we look at the law of balance, there's negative and positive emotions and energy with every situation. If we hold on to the negative, it will shift the balance. It will create, if you're holding the fear, the anger, the blame, the resentment, the hurt, the sadness, it will shift the energy field out of balance and you'll be stuck there. Again, if you were too much positive, like infatuated with someone or something, and you could never see any negative, again, you'd be out of balance. So the key is then to create equal balance of positive negatives around a situation or thing or person, so that you come to a state of gratitude and love. And when you get there, you can have a place of acceptance, which allows you to continue to grow and move forward because you're no longer emotionally charged around that. So a really neat example is this. I've done a lot of backpacking, hiking through Killarney, through the West Coast Trail, Chilkoot Pass from Alaska to the Yukon, and we carried around a backpack. So imagine if you were to take the guilt and the fear and the hurt and the anger and the blame, and they're big boulders, and you stick them in your backpack. And then you start hiking, and initially it's not bad, but as you continue, the weight of this backpack is noticeable. Your knees start getting sore, your feet are sore, the straps are digging into your shoulders, and what an easy climb on a hill is now a lot of effort to get up because of this excess weight. And then it weighs on your mind, because then that's all you're thinking about is, oh, this is so heavy, I can't wait to take a rest and sit down and have this off of my shoulders. And you also lose sight of where you are in the present moment. You no longer hear the birds chirping. You no longer see the color in the flowers. You no longer see the green trees and the nature itself, and hearing the stream babbling down through the rocks. And you lose sight of all of that because you're so focused on this negative, heavy energy that you're carrying around. So I have a tip for you. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and jot down the 3 or 5 hurts, fears, guilts, shame, whatever that is, that somehow you constantly think of daily or weekly. And let's see where that perception came from. Is it something that you learned from your family or from a situation? Or did you actually experience something traumatic in your life that you're still holding on to that? So if you were to continue to hold on to that forever, what would be the drawbacks of that? What would it cost you physically, emotionally, mentally, in your personal life, in your professional life, to hold on to those? List 5 or 7 things, maybe even 10. And then once you've got those down for holding on to that, what's the positive? If you continue to hold on to that for the rest of your life, what would be 5 or 7 benefits or positive things about that? When you can create that balance around holding on to that thought, you will come to a level of acceptance. Then you can then ask, what are you afraid of looking into the future? Why are you continuing to hold on to this? What if you held on to this for 5 more years, 10 more years, 20 more years? What would your life look like? So the good news is you have a choice. You have a choice to put the bag down, to let go, to clear out that hate, the resentment, the guilt, the fears. Or you can choose to hold on to it. The end result is if you will have more focus and more energy to be a better chiropractor, a better partner, a better parent, and fall in love with your life again. If this is something and you're ready to do that and you think you might need just a little bit of help to let that go, and you need one of our very highly qualified coaches to guide you through that transformation, reach out and we'll get you connected. We truly want you to be able to let go of that stuff, put the heavy bag down so that you can live your life in your most authentic way.